riding along in Ed's Porsche here, and we're going to talk about 5 of the reasons why the Porsche 930 may be the best supercar or sports car of all time. Follow along. Reason number 1. So for a car that was built in the early 80s, this car still feels like it was cut out of billet with a CNC machine. It's more rigid than many other sporty cars or exotics that I've been in or experienced here recently, and there's no doubt about it. Porsche took a lot of pride in the way they constructed these cars. Second reason I think here is Porsche has always done a lot more with a little bit less. Even with a stock 930, they put down some pretty fierce and pretty serious performance numbers, like quarter mile times of around 13 seconds flat, 0 to 60 of around 5 seconds. And you know what? It was beating everything back in the day in the early 80s from Ferrari and Lamborghini on acceleration. These cars really moved. So again, they do a lot more with a lot less, partially also because they're lightweight and more efficient drivetrain loss. Third reason is obviously the sexy curves that these Porsche 930s had way back in the day. I think they were way ahead of their time with the aggressive rear haunches and the big whale tail. Everything looked pretty simple and plain next to a Porsche 930, and just for that reason alone, they still look sexy in today's day and age. The fourth reason is, nowadays all performance cars pretty much come with all kinds of emissions garbage that are strapped onto the car, which basically results in too much engine heat, which of course results in deterioration of the motor eventually, reduced power, and more importantly, you actually get a dramatic reduction in beautiful engine noise coming out of the exhaust. In most cases, that stuff is so muted through the catalytic converters that you fail to hear the true sound and the essence of the engine. So Porsche 930, because these were constructed back in the late 70s and early 80s, right through actually technically till 89, most of the emissions were pretty minimal in those days, and the standards weren't held to the same degree that they are today. And therefore, the sound was just phenomenal. A sound that you really don't get today in any modern cars. And lastly, the fifth reason why the Porsche 930 may be the world's best supercar or sports car of all time boils down to the fact that it has no electronics to save your ass. It has no ABS, it has no traction control, and it also has no adjustability, really. Really, all it boils down to is a good old-fashioned seat-of-your-pants driving experience that is second to none. There's no electric steering. There's no false throttle action going on. It's all 100% mechanical, and that's what makes this car so raw and sexy. So I really hope you found this video a little bit educational and somewhat entertaining. More importantly, please like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to my channel basically tells me you want to hear more and see more of my content, video content, and you're willing to stick around and check out more of my videos to come up. Alright, thanks again, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye. Thanks again, Ed, for the ride in the Porsche. That was a great time.
Just quick, eh? Oh.